Hello, welcome to LocusFocus. My name is Callahan. This week we will be visited by our good friend Fanny. She comes from France. And Fanny, thank you very much for being on the show.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, as you said, I'm Fanny. I come from France. I'm living in 5 minutes from Geneva, in the border of Switzerland. And yeah, I came in Sweden last year in August 2012.
Okay.
So when I arrived, I was like an Erasmus student. But this year I came back, and now I'm a TDD master program.
Nice, nice. And what master's program is that?
Tourism Destination Development.
Tourism Destination Development. Nice. Very cool. We just have a few questions for you here. We're going to be asking a few students who live in Locus these same questions. First one's first. How long have you lived here in Locus?
So I arrived in 2012 in August, the 20th August.
Okay.
So now a little bit more than 1 year.
A little bit more than 1 year, the whole time. Okay. And what surprised you most about Borlange when you first got here? Good and bad.
Okay, so let's start by the bad.
Yes.
Like this, then we finish by the good one. So to be honest, the first day when I arrived, I was surprised about the neighborhood because I was expecting, yeah, kind of typical neighborhood from Sweden, so red houses and so on. And finally, I mean, Locus is a kind of building neighborhood. You don't see from your window red houses and so on. So
no, it's true. It's not.
yeah,
really.
I was kind of disappointed for this, but yeah, then there are good things as well. Like first, it's close to everything. Like you're 10 minutes from university, which is really good.
It's convenient. Yeah.
And then you're really close to the shop. You have M Shop, that is 2 minutes by walk.
Yeah.
You have Willy's, 10 minutes by walk. And yeah, everything is accessible. So yeah, in general, I think it's really good. And then something else is that as soon as you walk 10-15 minutes, you can find countryside and really nice landscapes. You can walk, you can run. So
yeah,
I think that otherwise, except the neighborhood here, as soon as you walk, it's really nice.
Yeah, because it's pretty close to everything, like you said. Okay, that's nice. Now, before you came to Borlange, what were the other places you were interested in attending, and what made you kind of decide?
Why Sweden and why Borlange?
Yeah, why Borlange, the infamous question.
So in France, I was in the University of Savoie.
Okay.
And I was doing my bachelor, and for my third year, they suggested to us to do an Erasmus year. So actually, at the beginning, I was attracted by Scandinavian country in general.
Right.
And then I looked at the program that they were suggesting, and yeah, the one that I mostly liked, it was Borlange in Sweden. So
you decided on that based on the program.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Now we're going to get into some more Locus questions. Describe what the best part about living in Locus is.
So the best part to be in Locus, I
For you.
think that is the interaction with people.
Okay.
Because you are all the time with someone. I mean, except when you're in your own room. Otherwise, you are all the time in the common corridor, common kitchen, and so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's to be able to see people when you want.
See people when you want. Yeah. Okay. That's good. And so, alternatively, what would be the worst part about living in Locus, in your opinion? So
the worst is that, yeah, when you live in a community, you have good things and bad things. And I think that the bad things is that sometimes, for example, you are not in the mood to see so much people, you are not in the mood to see, I don't know, to go to the party maybe and to hear a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Or
sometimes
maybe,
you're just not in the mood.
yeah, sometimes you just want to be by yourself. And yeah, when you're living in a community like this, you cannot. I mean, sometimes there is noise, there is parties and so on. So yeah.
Okay.
This can be the bad
basic
part.
living stuff. Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely. So this is a difficult question, perhaps, to answer. But do you find that you gravitate towards French people more than, say, other people when you hang out with friends here, or would you say that you spend time with everybody like on equal kind of grounds?
So I don't know if I can say in equal. I was lucky then last year, for example, in the corridor, we were just 2 French. So we didn't have choice than meet other people. And then this year I'm the only one.
Right.
So of course I'm spending most of my time with international people more than French people. But then of course it's always good to know French people, because for example last year at the beginning I had some problem with the school and so on to be registered. And yeah, at the beginning I didn't speak so good English. I was kind of lost. So
Right.
it's always good to have advices from French and no
Exactly.
Frenches. And yeah, sometimes after 5 days maybe that you didn't speak French, it's good as well to maybe spend an evening with someone where you can speak your own language.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, it can help you out a lot. I imagine that, definitely. So do you think that, like, I think you already answered this question, but do you think that living in Locus keeps you more socially active
Yeah.
than, yeah, if you were living?
Yeah, of course, yes,
Yeah.
because when you're in a shared apart,
Mm-hmm.
you're with one or two person.
Right.
Then in Locus, you're all the time with someone. I mean, it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that yeah, it helped to be sociable. So.
Okay, fantastic. So on that note, would you recommend to potential future students
Yes, of
to
course.
live here? Yeah.
Yeah, especially for Erasmus students that they come here to learn English.
Right.
I think that this is the best part of living in an international country because yeah, it's the goal to speak in English with the other and so on.
Exactly.
Then when you are in your own in a flat, maybe you will not see someone during one day. So
For sure. Yeah, that's why I think it's important to get an understanding of, you know, if you're spending more time with, you know, your own national, you know,
Yeah.
friends, or if you're really able to communicate with everybody else,
Yeah.
right? Because a lot of other students will come here and they find that they would just talk with their small group of people and not really have the benefit of that, what you just said.
yeah, but then it's the choice of
course.
people. For example, when you go to the party, sometimes you will see the group of French, the group of German, and so on.
Yes.
But this is their own choice. Then
Then what can you do? Yeah.
yeah,
No,
I
just
mean, then it depends on
Depends
them
on
if
what
they
their
want to
motivation
spend
is.
time with the other.
Precisely. Yeah. Fantastic. So describe to us the living environment here in Locus. Like what it's like to share a kitchen. Is that weird for you or different than what you're used to? Or?
So first, to speak about the kitchen. So as we already mentioned, there is good and bad things. I mean, the good is that usually you will not eat alone. You can share food. You can cook together, and
Yes.
you can do international dinner kind
That's
of.
true.
But then something that it can be the bad part is that yeah, for the cleaning, for example, for the noise, it can be bad. But then I think that as soon as you know people, that you put the rules, then share a kitchen is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
And then speaking about the environment in general, I think in Locus we have good commodities, like we have the sauna.
Yes.
So this is kind of typical Swedish,
Yes.
and it's really nice sometimes, especially in the winter when it's minus 20, to come back at home and you can do sauna. We have the gym room,
Especially in the winter
which is kind of special. I mean, not every residence they have a gym
That's
room.
true. That is true. Yeah, we do have a few
Then
machines
we
in
have some study room that you can book and meet other people. We
Also,
have
the party room.
yeah, the party room with the kitchen.
And our backyard fireplace there.
Yeah, I think that in general we are kind of lucky because this is an advantage as well. For example, people that they are in the shared flat, they don't have anything of this.
No, that's right. They don't have.
And
these
then
kind
if
of
they
amenities.
want do
like
this,
a ping pong table, for instance. Yeah.
And even they have anything, the sauna and so on. Then if they want to do it, they need the keys from someone to come inside.
Exactly.
So yeah, this is the big advantage.
This is a big advantage, yeah, for sure. So, last and final question would be, what do you think the most valuable lesson you've learned that you will take forward with you from Locus?
So I think that it comes from Locus and my Erasmus year in general, is that we should not be narrow-minded and we should be open to everybody because yeah, internationalization today is really important and we always need to learn from the other.
Really good, really good. Thank you, Fanny.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you next week on Locus Focus.